Hello and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with Fable 3. And this game was so fantastic, and I love all the Fable games. And yeah, so let's talk about this game. 60 achievements, and there are 50 base game achievements that come with the regular game, and then 10 DLC achievements for the Traitor's Keep DLC. Yeah, so, and the 1250 gamer score, 1250, and it was a 2 out of 10 difficulty. These games are not hard. It's just, the fighting can be a little difficult sometimes, but for the most part, it's not really. Completion time, 25 to 30 hours. So the playthrough number 1, what I did was I did the story mode, which I kind of like the story a lot. It was actually broken into 2 sections. And in the first part, you're trying to, get people to follow you. And the second part, I won't tell you what happens, but you have to do totally different things. All right, well, you'll probably see once we talk about it. Playthrough number 2, Miscellaneous, Collectible, and Cleanup. So all the miscellaneous stuff I'm going to be going over, all the collectibles, which in this game there are a lot of collectibles, and cleaning up all the little things you do. And I didn't do it in this order necessarily. And then playthrough number 3, Traitor's Keep DLC, which I really, really loved, actually. Yeah, it was actually really enjoyable. Category number 1, Story Achievements, 7 achievements for 280 gamer score. And these are all the achievements I got for just playing the actual base game. Yeah. Category number 2, Side Mission Achievements, 5 achievements for 50 gamer score. So there are a lot of side missions in this game, but for some reason they only make you do 5 for the achievements. Now, in order for some of these to actually be available, you need to do other missions. But yeah, so number 1, and I don't even know if I'll tell you exactly how to do all of them. I'll let you figure some of these out, but I'll give you some hints. So save the princess, rescue the princess from the evil baron. And what you need to do, this is actually in Bowerstone Industrial, and it's a quest called The Game. So you'll just keep playing and eventually just look around for the game quest, and you will find it. Alright, the next one, number 2, Ghost Brothers. Make sure Max and Sam get home in time for tea. So the place I found this there were 2 quests, and they're in Morningwood. And the 2 quests were Bored to Death and Gone But Not Forgotten. So those are the 2 you have to do. And of course, I'm not going to tell you what you have to do in them. But once you complete those side quests, you get you get the achievement. So the next one is Tragical, Comical, Historical. Help the celebrated thespians Lambert and Pinch put on the world's greatest play. And for this one, this was in Brightwall. So I went to Brightwall and I found these 2 guys, and then I had to go find a book. Yeah, and then you'll see what happens. But just so you know, if you're going for the achievement where you don't get knocked out in this, there's a chance you have to get knocked out in this thing in order to complete it. However, first of all, I did not. I fought the enemies when I had to fight them, just so you know. You don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I fought them and I did not get knocked out. But if you choose to get knocked out like it says you're supposed to, I don't think it will cancel the achievement for the other one for getting knocked out. I've been told that it doesn't. I don't know if that's true because I just defeated the enemy. So, yeah, and once you do that, you will get the achievement for that side mission. Number 4, the Dark Sanctum. Reinstate an ancient evil temple. And for this one, you have to complete a whole bunch of quests for Leslie. That's the name of the character. So the first one that will appear is Peace, Love, and Homicide. And I did this after I finished the main story. So I don't know if you could do it earlier on, but eventually Peace, Love, and Homicide was just there. And so I went to it, I did that. Eventually, I also had to do Excavation, Awakening, and Leverage. And then once I finished all those, then I got the achievement. So yeah, so look for Leslie and Peace, Love, and Homicide mission towards the end. Yeah, I got it after the story was over, but you might be able to get it earlier. And then 5, Island Paradise. Establish the island of Driftwood. And for this, I went to the mill fields through Bowerstone, and then I kept going, and eventually you get to this place where this guy's building a bridge. And so I helped them build the bridge, and eventually once it's done, you can go into Driftwood, and then you'll have to do a bunch of quests that you're given. So the first one is to rid the Driftwood of the Hobbs. So that's going to be right there. And then the other ones you have to look out for is taking a letter to the carpenter in Silverpine, and then escorting the gambler from the upstairs of the Bowerstone Market pub to the Driftwood. Those are the ones you're going to have to look out for. I know that's very broad details, but I want you to be able to figure some stuff out on your own. But now you have an idea of where these things are and what they are a little bit, so you can find them. All right, category 3, NPC Achievements, 6 achievements for a 55 gamer score. Number 1, hand in hand. You've held hands with another person. This is unmissable because part of the story you have to hold hands. So yeah, there you go. Number 2, touched by a hero. At least 20 people in Albion have felt the hand of hero touch them. Yeah, did I write that right? Whatever. So the point is, in the beginning of the game, I hugged people, I danced with people, whatever. You touched them. I didn't have to do it all at once. Why did I do that? I had hundreds of people I had to like shake hands with and do expressions with the entire game. So just wait, you'll get this as you play. But yeah, you can do expressions with people and hug them and I don't know, wink at them, I don't know, whatever, things like that. Number 3, popularity contest. Make 20 friends. So this was the most challenging one. Actually, this is one of the most challenging ones. So you don't have to just make friends. What you need to do is you need to because it'll say your friends and it's not going to work. You need to find people like once you are the king or queen, you're going to have servants. And you have to do like good expressions with them, like dance with them or I don't know, hug them or show a hero pose. And eventually they'll be like, "Wow, you're so great. Do this quest for me." It's usually a fetch quest. Or it's a quest where you you find something, or you bring something to someone and then you tell them you brought it to them. All right, or you get something from someone, basically those kinds of quests. And they'll tell you to do that. The other option is they'll ask you to go on a date. Those are not good ones for this, all right? So if you make people excited by doing good expressions, eventually they'll ask you for a quest. Another place I went was the Bowerstone Old Quarter. And there were a lot of like beggars around there. So if you talk to the beggars and made them happy by doing different expressions, or if you go to the castle, once you're the king or queen and you do expressions, they'll give you a bunch of quests. I would get like 6 or 7 quests at once. I would go fetch everything at once, bring them all back at once. And then they'd be like, "Hey, wow, my friends." The problem is every so often you would lose a friend, or you would keep losing a few friends because they lose friendship after a time. Like that's pretty horrible. But like that's what happens. So as long as you're doing the quest and doing them quickly and doing enough at the same time, you're able to get that. Once I started getting them all like that, it was actually really easy. So, and you can see in the video a little bit. So number 4, adopt or die. So once you make, this is for adopting a child. And later on in the game, if you could build an orphanage. Once you go in there, you can just go into it and adopt a child. I ended up adopting all of them because, I don't know, whatever. But you just have to adopt one. It was actually really easy. Henry the VIII, as ruler of Albion, get married 6 times and kill 2 of your spouses. Lovely. So you need to do things for people, and you need to go on dates with them. Same thing, like do good expressions. Eventually they'll be like, "Wow, I want to get married." So then you can propose to them. And you have to bring them to a special place and go on a special date. And once you propose to them, you'll have to go through the marriage thing again. And then you just have to basically marry 6 of them and kill 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's how you do that. And then 6, tough love. Save the maximum amount of Albion citizens. So this is a super missable achievement. So what you need to do is eventually when you're king or queen, you need to make choices. So, for example, you have to set the tax rate. So, like a good choice would be taking 400,000 gold out of the treasury. You have a big treasury. It's a royal treasury. An evil one would be adding 200,000 to the treasury. Then your treasury really raises, right? But then people don't like you. So, and then the neutral one is just adding no gold. So, if you want to get this, what you need to do is you need to have 6.5 million gold in the royal treasury. That's what you need to basically do before you're finished with the decision to protect Aurora. Aurora is the place. Once you make that decision, it's going to be too late to get this achievement. So you have to have 6.5 million gold in there. So yeah, if you're going to do all bad things and make all bad choices, you're going to have a lot of gold in there. Or you can do what I do and make good choices and use all your money, because I was so loaded because every property I owned, and I made the rent really low, so everybody liked me, but I raised all the prices of all the shops. So by that point, I was getting money so often from all the money that I was getting from all those shops that I had so much. So I had like 8 million at one point, and I just donated like 6 million. So I had plenty of money in there by the time I hit this. I think I ended the game when I played it like 13 million. So just keep buying all the property, just like the second game, and don't raise the rent. If you want to, you can. If you want to be mean, but raise the prices. Then they'll still like you, and you'll still get a lot of money. All right. So that's basically how you can do that. But it has to be before you make the decision about Aurora. That's towards like the end. You're going to go to all these days where there's an attack coming. I'm trying to give a few spoilers, but yeah, it's towards the end, like closer to the attack. You'll see once you're there. All right, but you need 6.5 million. So category 4, miscellaneous achievements, 11 achievements for 115 gamer score. Number 1, he's a woman, she's a man. Heroes have been long free. Basically, this is for wearing a female outfit when you're a man or a male outfit when you're a female. So you'll get that one. 2, die, hippie, die. Oh, dear Lord. Die each part of your outfit you're wearing a different color and have long hair. So I put long hair on my character, and I made each piece of the clothing a different color. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't really that complicated. I just needed enough dye in order to do it. Yeah. So that was pretty easy to do. Number 3, you dispatched an enemy while he was airborne. I'm pretty sure I got this without trying, if I remember correctly. I don't even know if I have a video for it. You'll see it on the screen if it is, but I feel like I may have just gotten this while something was jumping. Yeah. 4, Barrel of Laughs. Killed 30 enemies with explosive barrels. There's this one part especially with a whole bunch of bandits, and there are so many barrels around there. You could probably get it just there. But yeah, you'll find barrels all over where the enemies are, and you can blow them up. Number 5, Knight jumps Chesty. Defeat Chesty at his own game. So this is a little difficult to find originally. So what you need to do is you need to go to Sunset House. Sunset House is a little hard to find. Right? You find Sunset House, it's beyond the graveyard in Morningwood. And once you get there, you have to be, I'm not going to tell you how to do it exactly. You have to do a puzzle with these statues. And then you have to get inside the house. And once you go inside the house, the Sunset House, you will then be able to see Chesty. And then you just need to fight. You have to do a little bit of chess, and then you have to do a little bit of fighting. And once you're done, you will then not only have the house to buy, or not buy, you will get the house, but you also will defeat Chesty and get this achievement. So yeah, that's all in Sunset House area when you locate that eventually by Morningwood. That was one I was missing till the end because I didn't find Sunset House. Yeah, but that's how you get to that one. 6, Kaboom. Score 2,000 on the Morningwood Fort mortar game. So there's a mortar game that you play once you're in this like fort, and well, I guess that makes sense from the title. And once you open up this, after you've completed the story section of that, you need to shoot the mortars, and you need to hit the groups of enemies. And there's a guy there, a ghost, talking to you, and it's like, hey, over on the left, hey, over on the right. If you listen to him and you can do it quickly enough, which I didn't think I was going to be able to, but I did, and you just try to hit the groups, you get more points, you will get this eventually. 2,000 wasn't ridiculously hard. All right, number 7, Loot Hero Tour. Play in each town as a 5-star loot player. So there's this thing, the way you level up in this game is there's like this path with these different gates leading to a castle, and all these chests are on it. And as you do things, you get points to unlock the chests. And so what you need to do is you need to unlock all of the loot chests. It'll give you the loot powers. And once you have the 5-star loot powers, so that's 5 chests, I guess, you go to each town and you just play the loot. You always see an area that says, hey, would you like to take this loot playing job? Yeah, that's what you have to do. You just have to go to each one. I did this, one of the last achievements I got. Number 8, Coronation Chicken. Perform a royal judgment while dressed as a chicken. Unlike Fable 2, the chicken outfit you get very easily in this game. So you just have to dress it. Once you're starting to make royal judgments, eventually when you're king or queen, dress as a chicken and then do one of those judgments. If you do not dress as a chicken and do all the judgments and it's done, you will miss this achievement. Just make sure that you do that. It's a very missable achievement because why would you dress as a chicken and do that? I don't know. So yeah, just make sure you do that. Dress as a chicken. Number 9, my weapon's better than yours. Complete 3 unique upgrades on one of the legendary weapons found around Albion. So yeah, you're gonna get all these legendary weapons, and then it'll say like kill 500 bandits. I don't know what the thing says, but let's say it says that. One of the upgrades will work once you do that. If it says like get fat and eat 1,000 pies, I don't know. Yeah, you just have to do 3 of them. Each weapon has different kinds of missions. It's kind of cool to find which ones you want to do. Like one of them is give 10 gifts to people, like real people. So, so you can get that. And also, if you get the weapons gifted to you by a real person from Xbox Live, it does not count for this achievement. I had multiple weapons with all the upgrades, and unless I upgraded them all, it didn't work. All right. Number 10, remodeling. Remodel 5 different houses by changing the furniture. So I just went up to houses that I owned, and I went up to the thing, and I changed it. I wasn't sure what buttons to press at first, but you'll figure it out. You see the change pieces of furniture. I think I even changed wallpaper. Did that count? I forget if that counted because I played this a while ago. So yeah, just you'll figure that one out. That's really easy. Just make sure you do 5. Also, by the way, the achievement tracker is on the screen. It'll come up 4 out of 5 done. It'll always tell you when it does something. That way you know. And 11, crime spree. Get a 15,000 gold bounty placed on your head. Now, I did this after I had become queen. All right. I played a female character after I became queen. Now, you can just play before that, and you can get bounty on your heads by killing guards and stuff. But I did it after. So what I did was, the only way you can complete this after you're king or queen is to go to Brightwall Village and then walk back and forth between the bridge and the library and keep killing guards over and over and over. And they can't do anything because you're the king or queen. And they're like, oh, wow, haha, look at that, you killed people. Yeah, great. So that's the only way you can do it. And eventually, once you've killed enough, I think I reloaded my save, so I didn't have this on my record. But then, yeah, you will get this achievement. It's kind of annoying, especially if you've already gotten to that point. But if you're going to do it earlier on, you better be willing to deal with the consequences of killing people. But that's basically how you do that. Category 5, ability achievements, 7 achievements for 145 gamer score. 1, total warrior, killed enemies with melee, ranged, and spell attacks. Yeah, super easy. As long as you kill someone with or something with each of those things once, you'll get the achievement. Yeah, you do it like thousands of times. Number 2, spellweaver, combine 2 gauntlets to cast a woven spell. So in this, you have 2 gauntlets on one on each of your hands, and you can have like a fire spell on both, and then eventually you can get like a fire spell on one and an ice spell on another. As soon as you do one combination, you'll get that achievement. And then 3 is for doing all 15 possible combinations. So on the screen, I might put like what all the combinations are. When I went to the... Oh, but by the way, how do you unlock these spell combinations? You get them on that road to... wow, I should know what it's called. The road to rule. That's right. The road to rule. That's where you unlock all this stuff. You unlock all those chests. So you will get the blade power, you'll get the tornado power, whatever it's called. So you need to do each one of them, which, like I said, was on the screen. All right, 4, 5, and 6 is for getting 500 kills with firearms, 500 with melee weapons, and 500 with magic, which was really easy. And then number 7, fully upgrade your melee, range, magic abilities on the road to rule. So when you're on the road to rule, there are chests to upgrade everything. Like I said, the loot one was earlier. But this one, as soon as you finish the last melee one, ranged one, and magic one, which are all the way at the end, then you will get this achievement. Yeah, they're the last ones to upgrade. All right, and you'll get that as you play. And actually, there were so many missions left that I still hadn't done once it was done. Category 6, progress achievements. 4 achievements for 155 gamer score. Number 1, dig up 50 items, which is super easy. Your dog will just keep telling you, hey, there's something here. Dig it up. You'll get that. Number 2, magnate personality. Build a property empire worth 2 million gold. So you just have to buy everything. And then, like I said, the best way to do it, if you're trying to be nice, is to raise the prices at all the shops and keep the... either raise the rent lower, or you could leave it where it is, like at the regular amount. And then people will still like you. But eventually, 2 million is not hard. I had so many million. Yeah, 13 million or more. So yeah, that's how you do that. Number 3, chest grandmaster. Unlock all of the chests on the road to rule. So unlike the other one where you had to unlock the last 3 chests at the end, this is just for unlocking all of them. So just keep doing missions and you'll get that. You'll get enough upgrade things to upgrade it. And then 4, you can't bring me down. Complete Fable 3 without being knocked out in combat. And that sounds really hard, and I was a little concerned, but I beat the entire game without being knocked out. I was a little surprised. If you do get knocked out, just shut it off, and I think if you reload the save, it will go back to when you weren't knocked out, and I think it will count. That's what I've heard. But I did not get knocked out, so it wasn't a problem. I had so many healing potions. if I started to get low, the screen kind of got red a little. I used the healing potion every single time. I dodged. Yeah, it really wasn't as hard as it sounded. I think it's also possible, people don't agree on this, but some people say that if you're playing co-op, you could get it. I'm not sure, because people, again, they don't agree. But you might be able to join a person's game when they're in co-op, finish the game with them, not get knocked out, and then get this achievement. We do not know for sure. I think you can. Yeah, I don't know. Category 7, Collectible Achievements. 4 achievements for 120 gamer score. So there are a lot. All right. And I'm going to put guides up for all these things. You need to collect... Oh, I am the key master. That's from Ghostbusters. Collect all 50 silver keys and 4 gold keys. Yeah, the first game had 30 gold keys. 30 silver keys. 50 now? Really? Anyway. So that... Yeah, you'll look at the guide. You can watch those. Number 2, Flower Power. I like this one. Collect all the 30 Auroran flowers. The reason why I like this one is because Aurora only has a few locations in it, and there aren't that many places to go, so I was able to find literally 28 of the flowers without looking on a guide. Then I had to go back and I had to try to figure out which ones I missed. But they were behind doors, both of them. They were behind areas that I had not gotten to. That's why I didn't find them. So they are very easy to get. Number 3, Gnome Invasion. Destroy all 50 gnomes, which is fantastic because they say such rude, fresh things. And yeah, they're like funny. You'll see. And then once you destroy them all, which I did need a guide for to find the rest of them, you'll get this. And then, oh, by the way, so for all of those things, when you are looking at each location in the map, it'll say you found 3 of 4 silver keys in this area. And you found 2 of 3 gnomes in this area. So it's really good to know where. They're not going to tell you where the gnomes or the keys are, but it'll tell you how many you have left. So it's really good. Number 4, Brightwall Book Club. Collect all 30 rare books for the Brightwall Academy. I needed a guide for this one as well, because finding some of these it's not that they were hard, it's just obscure areas. So the first 25 you need to find separately, and then what you need to do for the last 5 is you need to do missions in order to get the books. So yeah, the video I put up will have all those locations, and it was yeah, I mean it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It was a little frustrating, but you know it was not as bad as other collectible things in games. And I did it later on, and the fast travel was great. Category 8, co-op achievements, 6 achievements for 80 gamer score. This was a little, yeah, the first 2 were awkward. Long distance relationship, get married to another Xbox Live player, and then have a baby with them. I mean, this was, I don't know, this was a little weird. I actually did this with a random stranger, kind of. Yeah, that's even worse. But yeah, I was like, good, I got those achievements done. But yeah, you have to do that. There are these options when you're playing with people. You can marry them, do things like that. And number 3, I did this with my friend Night of Fire. I entered into a business partnership with her, and the option said press left bumper to enter a business partnership. And her screen would say, do you want to join a business partnership? She said yes. We got that achievement. Very easy. You can do that with strangers too, but I think all of your finances in the game get connected. Yeah, so you might not want to do that with a stranger if you don't want to maybe have someone steal your stuff. All right? Not in real life. The game money. Yeah, not real life money. And then number 4, oh dear, please. I was working on this one for so long afterwards. I could not get this. We Can Be Heroes. This is the most annoying achievement in the game. Earn 1,000 gold in henchman wages in another hero's world. So, when you're playing your game, you can have someone join your game. Another person on Xbox Live. That person is considered a henchman, or a henchwoman, I guess. But they wrote henchman here. Hench person. There you go. Anyway, but the point is that hench person, as you're going through the game, the longer they play with you, the more money they will earn automatically. Yeah, you just earn money by playing with another person. And eventually you have to get to 1,000 gold. So the problems with this were, I tried this with Night of Fire. First of all, it wasn't tracking, so I could not figure out where we were. Some people say the first hour you play with them, you get like, I forget it, I think 5 coins or something, or 50 coins maybe, a small amount. And as you play longer with them, you get 100 here, 100 there. No, I think you get 5 in the beginning, yeah. And then you start getting 100 and 100, but it didn't seem to be working. At first, we thought we could sell something and I can make money. No, that doesn't work. It's all from just spending time playing. Eventually, I made another character. I had to go all the way to later when I'm in Brightwall Village. And then I had to have that character be able to start earning money by themselves. I started doing some missions. And I had my other controller just signed in with this account. And eventually I got this achievement, but it didn't track. It was just really frustrating. I don't know. So if anybody wants to join me, if I'm still playing or whatever on this game, I can help you with that. Or just join anybody. There are random people that you could just join and play with. So as long as you play with them more often, you'll get more coins, all right? So if you're playing, let's say, 100 hours, you'll get this, no problem. If you're playing with someone and you're the hench person, all right? Number 5, we need guns. Lots of guns. I forget what movie that's from. Collect all 50 legendary weapons. So, they won't all appear in your world, so trade with other heroes. Literally, you cannot find all of them in your world, so you have to trade with other people. Or, someone can just copy them and give them to you. Or, someone could just give you their weapons. Yeah, so there are multiple ways to do this. So, I guess I can lend out the weapons if someone needs help, but there are people who have a lot of weapons. If I can figure out how to, duplicate the weapons, then I'd be willing to help people, duplicate them all for them. But you could also find a whole bunch of them, and then you could find out which ones you're missing, and then you can get those from people too, right? Now also 6, by the way, did you notice these are in co-op achievements? Yeah, the reason why is because you need to have someone there. 6 is also impossible to get without either playing a second story and beating it and becoming king or queen. Because when you play the story, if you're a female character and you get the queen outfit and you buy every other outfit or you find every other outfit, you cannot get the king outfit. You need someone to give it to you. So if you're playing with a second controller, you could do the other story on king, and then give the king outfit to yourself. Yeah, but you cannot do it yourself. So these are all co-op achievements you need. And then the last stuff here is the DLC. This is some great DLC stuff. Category 9, Traitor's Keep DLC story achievements. 4 achievements for 80 gamer score. And it's really not that complicated. For doing the actual Traitor's Keep story, you get those 4. And it was a good story, like I said. Chapter 10, Category 10. This is for the collectibles in the DLC. 6 achievements for 170 gamer score. So you need to find all of General Turner's diaries, Witchcraft Mary's diaries, Professor Faraday's diaries, and then you have to help this robot end his loneliness. You need to basically have to find robot parts for that. And then keeping it real, decide the future of the keep. You have to find more books. You have to find 5 different handbooks, and then there's a guy who, once you finish his story, Lieutenant Hadley, he will basically show you where to give you hints on how to find those. And then so once you do that, so basically the first 5 are collecting things. And then number 6, open all the demon doors. These are all throughout the base game, and then there's one on the island, the Traitor's Keep Island. And I have been told that if you are playing this later on after the DLC has already come out, like I did, that if you do any of the other doors before this one, you will not get the achievement. So I was a little concerned because I had opened one before the Traitor's Keep DLC door. But once you open the DLC door by finding all the prisoner outfit, then you can go back and open all the others. And there's one that's so annoying. It's one where you have to bring a co-op partner, but I brought another controller, and you have to do happy expressions or good expressions. But it doesn't always recognize that you're both heroes, so then it's weird. Yeah, I tried doing that with Knight of Fire, and we couldn't get that for her. It was a really strange achievement. Not achievement, a door. But eventually just keep trying, do as many expressions as you can. If you need help, I can help you more with that. Ask me in the comments. But anyway, open all the demon doors. I think there were only 7 on this. There weren't that many. Once you do that, you will then finish all of the achievements. Look at that. So just make sure you try to wait to do the demon doors till you get to that DLC, all right? If you are not doing the DLC, then don't worry about the demon doors. There you go. So this is the game. I hope you enjoy it, and it was a fun game, and I'll see you next time on the Achievement Planner.